Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about VeChain or VET, and I've got the chart pulled up here on CoinMarketCap right now. The price of VET trading at 13 cents, a little bit over 13 cents. Nice price change today here in the 24-hour period, up almost 17%. The trading volume also here, as you can see on the right-hand side, up 26%. So VET has had a nice resurgence, of course, following the crash on May 19th. VET actually crashed a little bit harder, got all the way back down to 8 cents on the 22nd, and again, currently at 13 cents. So before we get into the price predictions for VET, I know a lot of people interested in this asset, a lot of people that we have on our live streams talk about VeChain and should they invest in it or they're already invested in it. Let me just preface this entire video by saying this is not financial advice, just for entertainment and informational purposes only. So take everything you hear here today and take it with a grain of salt, get some other outside research, and let it all inform your investing decisions. So this whole video is going to be all about VeChain. We're going to go over what it is, why some people are pretty bullish on it, some price predictions. Before we get into that, just wanted to kind of preface those conversations with saying I got into this asset pretty early in 2021. And if you look at this yearly chart, really leading up to 2021, it was trading pretty flat, right? At around 1 cent for, the back half of 2020. 2021 now, it started to ramp up a little bit. I got into VET right around here when it got up to 5 cents in February. So after this initial surge, it 5x'd from, the end of December to the beginning of February. That's where I decided to jump in. So that's where I opened up my position. I have not added to VET since then, since back in February where I got it in at roughly 5 cents. And I plan on holding this for quite some time into 2025. And I'm going to talk about why here in just a little bit as we go into some of the price predictions. Before we get into the price predictions, just want to show you a little piece from their website. First and foremost, really cool website VeChain has. And they talk about some of their solutions that they want to use VeChain for, right? So one of those being digital carbon, creating a digital carbon ecosystem solution, right? VeChain's digital carbon ecosystem is groundbreaking blockchain and IoT-powered carbon reduction platform, utilizing economic incentives to encourage both individuals and enterprises to participate in the reduction of carbon emissions. Just very, very, sensical and logical here, I think, from VeChain that, could you be incentivized to create less carbon in our atmosphere? And, it's something I've always said that's somewhat related to this. If people were more incentivized to recycle, I think they would probably do so more, right? So I think this is their thinking here. Now, a couple other different solutions: consumer confidence index platform. So as a blockchain-based digital authentication solution designed for retailing. So this is inside stores. This is a big part of their future, and we're going to get into that a little bit more. Automotive passport solution. So with this solution, VeChain assigns each newly manufactured vehicle a unique VeChain ID and a digital passport that covers the entire life cycle of the vehicle. This solution, which is not only useful for automotive makers, but any original equipment manufacturer, empowers brands to ensure auto part authenticity and share unique vehicle data with all their stakeholders. Retail solution, again, a big piece of VeChain. Logistics, they want to get involved with natural gas. They've got big, big plans. Agricultural solution, electronic document deposit solution, including with smart contracts. We're going to get into that a little bit later here. I'm going to pull up a Word doc that I've created on VeChain. Digital content distribution solution, so which stores important data related to copyright registration and transaction, again, kind of coinciding with the retail space. And again, that's a big component of what they want to do moving forward. So let me just pull this down for 1 second. I'll minimize that. And you can see VeChain. So all this information coming from investopedia.com, really nice website that I use a lot to learn about various cryptocurrencies, various tokens, and various ideas related to the crypto space, new ideas. You can even learn about concepts there as well, like smart contracts, NFTs. Really, really interesting website, so I think you should definitely check it out. Before we get into it, if you're finding some value in this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get right back into it. So VeChain was founded in 2015 by Sunny Liu. interestingly enough, the former chief information officer of Louis Vuitton in China. It started as a subsidiary of Bits, one of China's largest blockchain companies, and is among the few blockchains that have a substantial customer base among established companies, which is very good. A lot of assets out there, including ones that are on the top of the market cap list, don't have such connections yet, right? They're still in the infancy stages. Now, initially, the VEN token functioned on the Ethereum blockchain. They've since transitioned into their own blockchain. So they've kind of broke away from Ethereum's blockchain, started their own, which speaks to their plans, right? Speaks to where they want to go in the future. As part of the rebrand, though, the VEN blockchain became the VeChain Thor, or VET blockchain. So its initial target was to disrupt the supply chain industry by making data actionable and transparent, and also plans to be a leader in dApps and initial coin offerings made using VeChain, as well as being an Internet of Things intermediary. So they want to be involved of the Internet of Things. So a lot of the transactions that would happen on the Internet could be going towards cryptocurrency. VeChain wants to be a big part of that. So when they made this switch in 2018 and they rebranded itself, they now have two tokens. So VET is the one we see and talk about quite a bit on the stream. Also the one that you can, or the asset that's in the top 20 right now in the coin market cap. And we'll go take a look at that at the end of the video one more time. But VET is the VeChain token that's used to carry value or smart money from smart contracts, okay? As you've heard me on the stream talk a lot about smart contracts before, one of the big reasons why I like VET, they are embedded into the smart contract ecosystem right now, and they're trying to do big things related to that in the retail space. Now, in other words, transactions on decentralized applications occurring on VeChain's blockchain will use VET. It is available for investing by the general public, as we know. A lot of you hold it out there, a lot of you asking questions about it. Now, the VTHO token, which is the VeChain Thor Energy, it's also known as the VThor Energy token. It's used to power transactions on the VeChain, okay, and is equal to the cost of conducting transaction on its own blockchain. Big plans for VeChain, is to become a leading platform for initial coin offerings, ICOs, which we talked about just a moment ago, and for conducting transactions between the Internet of Things. I'm repeating this because it's a major takeaway that they want to get into both of these big areas in the future. And of course, smart contracts, a big piece of this puzzle as well for VeChain. So hopefully you learned something from this document. Again, information came from investopedia.com. So let's pull this back up and we'll take a look again. And let's just kind of see how it's been trading recently. Let's take a look at the 1 month, and it's a little bit down right now. We were as high as, I believe 24 cents is the all-time high. Let's double check that though. All-time high actually got up to 27 cents, which is interesting. So keep that in mind when we jump over to the price predictions now for what lies ahead for the rest of the year, as well as, 2022 and beyond into 2025. Look at the ROI here for VeChain in the last 52 weeks in the last year, 777%. Look at the all-time low here. If you'd have got in back in March 13th, 2020, a little over a year ago, you would have some major gains, over 7,700 percentage gains there. So, all right, let's take a look at some of the price predictions. So this comes from Coin Price Forecast. And currently the price that we're looking at right now is just over 13 cents. So keep that in mind as we're taking a look. It's a little bit off here. They put this out earlier today where it was only 12 cents. So if we look at this, they've got the year end of 2021 at 39 cents, okay? And this is one that I've seen quite a bit, okay? Now, we can take a look at this. According to the latest long-term forecast, and again, this is coinpriceforecast.com, VeChain price will hit $1 by the middle of 2023. So a lot of people are saying, will VeChain hit $1 by the end of 2021? As we know about crypto, anything is possible, but probably not probable yet for VeChain. I think they would be happy to get back up to this number here that's listed of 39 cents. Of course, the all-time high, 27 cents. I could see it getting into the 30s at some point later in this year. And then $2 by the end of 2027. VeChain will rise to a $3 per token price by the year of 2031. So if you're planning on holding this for the long term, which something I always stress that I think is important in investing in stocks or crypto. If you can buy something cheap and hold it for a long time, you really increase your odds of doing well with that initial investment. So keep that in mind. 2032 price, just to kind of get you really interested. I know I myself, I'll be a lot older, and I know you will be too. But if we can hold on to this thing by 2032, coin price forecast says it'll be worth $3.83. That would be a huge, huge gain from where we are right now. So, okay. So let's, again, this is coinpriceforecast.com. Let's bump over to another website here, Long Forecast. Now, they're a little less bullish, and you'll see that here in their 2021 charts. They have December, us getting back to those highs of 27 cents. So they just have us, retracing back to those initial all-time highs here in this year. Then in 2022, they have us setting some new all-time highs as high as 37 cents in June of 2022. Then we take a look at 2023. They look at this as an off year for VeChain, at least early on in the beginning of the year, but setting all-time highs right here at 42 cents by October. So how about 2024? 2024 looks to be an off year for VeChain, as maybe they're projecting another crypto winter around this time. But then here in 2025, they project a 56 cents all-time high set in 2025, which still would be a nice increase from where we are right now at 13 cents, but not nearly the type of increase we see here on the price predictions from Coin Price Forecast. So before we get out of here, I'd like to ask you, what do you think about VeChain? Where is your price prediction for 2021 and let's say 2025 and beyond? Where do you think this is going? Is this an asset you hold? Is it an asset you're interested in? Let me know down in the comments. And if you've got some value out of this video, again, please like and subscribe. And I appreciate all of you out there. Very grateful for all of the subscribers. And I will see you in the next video.